Hello and welcome. I'm Brad. I'm Sweaty. That's Si. He's Mikeless. And this pretty much sums up our channel right now. We're still trying to work out the kinks, but we hope you enjoy it. Anything you want to add, Si?
Cue the montage.
My God, what a goal!
Hello and welcome back to another Leeds United preview. Today we are joined by our special guest who's quite popular on the channel, Mr. Ketan down here again. And I've got to apologise first of all for not uploading a review for the Swansea game. As you'd imagine, absolute scenes, which entailed me going on a fat bender for the last 3 days. And, and I'm just about recovering from that. So that being said, we watched the Brentford game earlier. Well, I watched parts of the Brentford game. They didn't even look that good. Preston really could have got a point off them, I feel. I think you feel the same way as well, don't you? Which really would have been the nail in the coffin. Especially, but we've got West Brom playing on Friday. If they drop any points whatsoever and we get the dub over Barnsley, which prediction-wise, I think we will do. Spoilers. And that would literally mean we've got automatic. So let's see what happens. I mean, Huddersfield are a strange team, aren't they? They haven't scored in 4 games, so they've done a bit of a West Brom in that aspect, haven't they?
Yeah,
so,
they're not going to do us any favours, though, are they?
You never know.
Then again, they're in a relegation battle themselves, aren't they? But they need a point or two.
Yeah, they do. I feel as though you could do something, and I'll definitely be watching the game on Friday. For probably the only time I be supporting Huddersfield. I don't think I'll ever support them other than this one time. But that being said as well, Barnsley tomorrow, they're inconsistent. They're inconsistent like Huddersfield. You know, they've got results against like Blackburn, I think they beat as well recently. Yeah. I mean, they drew to such a strong side in Wigan. You know, obviously they beat Hull 8-0 yesterday, which was incredible. 7-0 at half-time is just ridiculous, isn't it, for any team? Even if you're a conference team, you won't want to get beat 8-0. And I just couldn't get my head over that. I was hoping they were going to get 10. I just thought double digits. It would just be
funny, wouldn't it? It'd be funny.
But Barnsley, they managed to draw Wigan last time out, who were a very strong side, apparently Wigan now. So you just never know with them. They've got but they did lose to Stoke 4-0 as well recently. And obviously we crushed them 5-0. Yeah. So it just says it all about Barnsley. Former Leeds player Alex Mowat should be starting tomorrow. He's the captain, isn't he? Captain, yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's kind of weird that, isn't it? Yeah. Captain of Barnsley. He's been one of their best players, if not their best player this season.
Yeah, but I mean, look, if we all know, just show him when he's right, he'll be right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
he's going to score a right foot, 35-yard screamer now tomorrow, isn't he?
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise us. It's probably a free kick as well, I'd imagine. But he's not blessed with pace. That was one of his weak points that's just generally one of his weak points, unless he's suddenly come Usain Bolt over the last couple of years, but I doubt it. So, you know, get Jack Harrison on him. You know, maybe double pass him a few times.
I think he plays more in the middle, so it's going to be more of a job of
100%.
Like, and White and whatever, just to because he is a good player. Mo, he's like one of those good technical players. Like he's not the beat. It's like quite small, nifty, good left foot, like good technical ability.
But defensively, he's not sound. He wasn't for us. I haven't watched too much of Barnsley this season, apart from we played them. But defensively, they've been a shambles all season, haven't they? And they've got Woodrow as well up front, who's done well considering. Again, they're bottom of the league, 14 goals. He's played 5 appearances less than Bamford. There's 2 goals different there. So I mean, if you look at it, pretty good goal conversion record for Woodrow.
And you compare the service Bamford's getting compared to him.
Yeah, let's not be
Dominate
too hard on
everyone.
Bamford, though. You know, he does a good job outside of scoring
Oh,
goals.
mate, don't get me wrong, that goal he scored against Stoke was sick.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just a shame. It was for 5-0, though. I mean, hopefully he does that when it's 0-0 or something. So
Yeah.
he bangs them in like that then. But again, when you look at our form, even before lockdown, in the last 12 games, we've lost once. And in that time, we picked up 26 points out of... we picked up 29 points out of 36, which is more than championship winning form.
Yep.
So, that being said, do you feel West Brom may drop points between now and the end of the season?
Well, look, you can literally go back to, I think, what was it, our video?
Yeah.
Cardiff. Was it Cardiff? No.
I think it was just after Cardiff.
Yeah, literally one of our first videos we did, and you asked me, what's my prediction? I said Brentford are going to nick it. I still think they do, especially now that they've closed the gap. Well, I know, obviously, we're going, if we one bad result, them two are back in it, whatever, but West Brom fans must be cacking it big time.
Definitely.
Time.
I mean, there's 4 points between there's 1 point between West Brom and Brentford.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if West Brom were to lose and Brentford drew, they'd still go ahead of West Brom. So at this point, West Brom...
They've got such a good goal difference,
Yeah, they literally have to win all the games at West Brom pretty much, don't they?
Yeah.
So the other thing to look at is, as we mentioned before, with Moat and Woodrow, they're the two providing a lot of the goals for Barnsley. So obviously, if we stop the supply from Moat to Woodrow, you'd expect that to really cut down their attacking prowess tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. The thing is, so we know how the game's going to pan out in the sense we're going to have 70% possession, all that. So the thing, like, we are going to limit them to like we do with most teams, which is the odd counter-attack here and there. And if you see Alex Mowat leading that counter-attack, you're licking your lips, you're going, ha.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's not many players like before they had Malik Wilkes, who ex-Leeds, he was quite nippy, but obviously now he's gone to Hull. But so now you're looking at them going, they're not that physical, pacey team that threatens you on the counter, which, but like end of the day, we know better than everyone out there. This is Leeds, this is the fight, this is crunch time, and this is a Yorkshire derby. Form, everything goes out the window. So I don't know. I mean, if you kind of take your Leeds hat off kind of thing, just look at it from the neutral perspective, it's hard to see anything but a comfortable Leeds win. But being Leeds fans, we know it's going to be anything but.
Well, exactly. I mean, but Barnsley obviously have a game in hand, as do we, over the teams. They're 4 points behind Charlton, but their goal difference is far worse than Charlton. So really, they need, at this point, to win every game to have a chance of staying up. So if this really is a crunch game for them, if they lose this game, they're pretty much relegated. So this game is got so much on the line for both teams.
Both teams, exactly. Yeah. So it's a real 6-pointer, but not how it normally is. It's not like first versus second 6-pointer. This is
exactly
top and bottom 6-pointer. You know, that's it. They know basically we can send them down if they lose tomorrow
against their rivals as well. Whoa.
And that's the thing. You know, it's harder to play. It's hard to play them teams at the bottom because they're fighting for their lives. But like you said, they're a mixed bag. You know, the form, everything is poor. Worst goal scorers away from home, all that stuff. They lost 4-0 to Stoke, but they've had good results as well. Like you said, Blackburn. I remember that they've won relegation kind of matches as well, like against, I think it was Hull and Charlton and stuff. So they've had good results.
Luton recently as well.
Yeah, Luton.
So
and you saw what Luton did as well. You know, like that home game, I feel like it's going to be quite similar to that in how we'll just be wave after wave after wave.
It's just hoping they don't nick a goal first.
Well, that's it, yeah.
We score first, we don't lose games, do we? As we've seen, we lost once. We don't want to talk about the game we lost, but and then we've done like 3 games. So if we score first, it's not a guaranteed one, obviously, but it's like a 95% chance that we're going to win the game. And would you take a draw tomorrow out of interest? Obviously, we don't want to draw, but would you take a draw? Going into the last two, knowing we just need one win?
No. Because I know Derby now are out of the playoffs. So they technically have nothing to play for but pride. But obviously they, like Rooney, everything like that, they won't just roll over. They'll want to spoil the party. And then you go to the last game of the season, Charlton, who we don't know how results will go. They might need a point or whatever to stay up.
I mean, Charlton, as it stands,
they're safe, aren't they?
They're just about safe.
Yeah.
But they have superior goal difference. So for them, I personally think they just need to win one game. So obviously, if they lose their next game, going into the last one, I think all they would need is a win. And again, it's another scrappy game, potentially, where everything's on the line. They don't want to lose. But nerves impact players. Now, obviously, it impacted us last year. I'd like to think we've learnt our lesson. Obviously, so far, we've been very, very strong mentally. Even under the cosh, which we have been the last, since lockdown, really, especially after the defeat against Cardiff. We've been really strong. So I personally don't think there'll be nerves. They'll be stressful. I think they'll be very stressed, the players. But I don't think nerves will come into it for us as much as it would for Barnsley and Charlton. So I personally think that we could crush Barnsley tomorrow.
Oh yeah, it could go very well. I think, for example, the game against Stoke, the 5-0, it could be a similar story to that in how, we could come out, everyone just on fire. But I just wanted to say, I know you didn't do the review for the Swansea game, but, there was something just about that goal, them celebrations, that particular moment, something just felt different about the season. It felt like that was the moment that could push us over the line a little bit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you mean. It was a tough game. Swansea, we'll do a slight review on it. I mean, Swansea were compact, they were tight. Didn't really threaten much, to be fair, but they were compact. They made it difficult. That's my only worry about going to the Prem. It's going to sound weird, but one of the teams I'm dreading to play next year is Wolves, just because they play an awkward formation. And I think awkward formations from teams we've come up against, we've always found tough to break down.
Yep.
So I think Wolves personally are going to be one of the teams next year I think we'll struggle quite a lot against. But we'll get into that next season if we go up. Getting ahead of myself, as always. But like you said, resolute performance from Swansea. We brought them down. We were, in the end, pushing to get the goal, and we did deserve it. I think we were slightly, obviously, the better team again that game, so we did deserve the win. Going into this game, though, what is your score prediction?
I'm gonna go. Well, it depends. Actually, is Kiko Casilla starting or Meslier?
Oh, he's back in there. You know what? I've not even thought about Casilla. Have you thought about Casilla? Truthfully.
Yeah, as in because he said no. He said it's because he said in his thing, didn't he? He's in his pre-match press conference. Bielsa, when questioned about it, didn't really give much away. He kind of just said, "I'm gonna speak with the team before I make," as in when I know my decision before telling you lot.
Yeah. Well, we've got no Calvin either, have we? Unfortunately.
Oh, God, don't get me started. But I don't know, something about the way he said that, I was just going, don't even hint that to me that he could start over Meslier, who I think's been fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah, if I could see us probably losing if Kiko starts, I'm not even joking.
Really?
Literally like the Wigan game at the start of the season where he got done by a corner that just went straight over his head.
Yeah, that's true.
Like stuff like that, or like the Brentford game, or he makes so many mistakes. I don't think I could handle it.
Well, I mean, Kiko Casilla, the one thing I'd say is better than Meslier is shot stopping. Other than that, I mean, Meslier behind you is such a calm influence. He's obviously very young. He's got good experienced defenders with Cooper there as well. Ben White, also a youngster, doing very well for the team. Aylin, he's helping a lot. So I personally feel that calm player who doesn't rush out for everything. He gets his fist to everything as well when he comes to stuff, doesn't he, as well? But Kiko flaps it, he misses it, or he flaps it somewhere for someone to nod into an open goal.
You can tell, though, like there's a reason why in the last, 10 games, we've conceded 2 goals or something like that, because just overall calmness, Meslier has come in, he's dominant in the air, his distribution, seconds. Even now, fantastic. Phillips has gone, I'd even stick Meslier in centre midline. He's got right thing on it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Score prediction now, I think it'll be, I'm going to go 2-0.
2-0.
I think it will be Click, and I'm going to go Alioski.
Click again, do you reckon from a penalty? Do you think it's going to be...
Of course, mate. Forget the 20 yards, 30 yards, mate. 12 yards. That's all it is. That's all
the second penalty, but yeah, we'll forget that one. Yeah. But no, I mean, he just took his eye off the ball for that, didn't he? I mean, he's a very good penalty taker. It was just lots of concentration. But yeah, 2-0, solid result. Even though they're going to scrap and they're going to be nervous, this is their crunch game. I suppose it is for us as well, but I think we're mentally stronger than they are. I think we're going to crush them, blow them away 4-0.
All right, there you go.
Goal scorers, I never thought this far ahead. It could be anyone with 4-0. We tend to be scoring single, 4 different goal scorers. We had 5 different goal scorers for Stoke, didn't we? So I reckon it'll be something similar. Bamford again, I've got to give him a goal every time. And Clicky, I'll second you with Clicky. Harrison, he hasn't gotten the score sheet in the last couple of games.
Fulham game, wasn't it? His last one.
So I'm going to go Harrison again because Scott's got on the score sheet just after him. So I'm going to go Harrison. And then, do you know what? Luke Ayling. Fancy Ayling this match. Yeah, Luke Ayling. Yeah, he's going to get on the score sheet as well. So, yeah, nice. I say comfortable, but we always struggle a little bit in the first half. I think, again, it'll be a goal of between the 30th and 45th minute. We'll go in 1-0 up. And then second half, we're completely blown away with 3 more goals.
Yeah, when Pablo comes on.
Pablo, exactly. That's it. Yeah, when Pablo comes on second half. Do you reckon you won't start then tomorrow?
Why would you?
It's working.
It's working. Yeah. Don't risk it. Don't start him and him get absolutely clattered or pull something. And no, just keep sticking to what we're doing. Bring him on at half time. The lad only needs 10 minutes and we'll score 3 goals.
Yeah,
he's been a different beast since the restart.
He has. Is that because he's not playing the full matches, in your opinion?
Maybe, yeah. Maybe he kind of knows, hey, I've only got 45 minutes or whatever. I can just go all out for 45 minutes, go wild, just cause havoc. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it's a bloody going to watch. So good. He's so good. I kind of also want us to go up for him. He's been here for the last 4 years. He's been there,
and he's got the winner against Swansea. His former club. It's all written, isn't it? Really?
Saw what it meant to him. I think first half will probably be either 0-0 or maybe 1-0 to us, and then Pablo and Alioski or whatever will come on, and it'll just be a different game. But yeah, I'm confident we'll win. Just also very nervous about the game in general.
100%. It's going to be hard. I mean, unfortunately, I'm working for... I finish work at 5:30. I don't know why they start the games at 5 o'clock. People let me finish work then. So I'm going to be watching it in the car. 6 or 7, they're going to miss games. Yeah, no, well, I'm going to be sat in the car for over an hour. Just sat there in my car. I'm not driving, obviously. I'm just sat there in Manchester the whole time, just waiting for the game to finish, hoping that we'll really score. But just before you go, I know it's a bit early to probably get into this now, but I'm going to ask you anyway. As it stands, like you said, West Brom and Leeds should be going up, which would leave Brentford, Fulham, Forest, and potential Cardiff in the playoff spots. Who would you see going up? Would you see Brentford going up there?
50-50. Right now, as in, because it could go either way, because Brentford could end up winning all 9 games, be on some mad form, put in this mad shift since the restart, and still fall short.
That'd be heartbreaking.
Which, that's what I mean. I feel like that could either be, depends how the manager takes it, as in if he kind of uses that to be like, lads, look, we are the team to beat, like, this is us. Or they could just all be deflated as fuck. But I'm actually still going to go for Brentford because of Pontus. You know, like, he was there. He was in a scenario last year where we kind of huffed and puffed and gave it all last year, and then had the heartbreaker playoff. So he's obviously, like we say, the Leeds lads have now mentally tougher. So is he. He's been through it as well, yeah.
Captain,
so I feel like being the captain as well, I feel like he'll be able to drag them through the playoffs should they need it.
Yeah, it's funny, really, because I did some calculations earlier, you know, whilst the Brentford game was on. So prior to the game against Preston, they'd had just over 100 shots less than Leeds have all season. But they've scored how many more goals. And I worked out that if we had their kind of front three, as our front three, that would have scored 15.5 more goals with them in the team. Which, I mean, you never know, do you? You never truly know that, but just based on like stats and doing a bit of calculation.
It's like you could say you could stick Mitrovic up top instead of Bamford and we would have won the league by Christmas.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't necessarily play out like that, does it? But if it had done, we've won 100 points. But you know, that's all hindsight at the end of the day, isn't it? So, but no, thank you for that. And of course, you know, if you're around for the review tomorrow evening, that'd be fantastic. I'm sure you know, our 5 viewers will. We're looking forward to see you again.
Mama made it.
This time next year, you'll be a millionaire. You'll be getting. We'll be Sky Sports pundits next year for Leeds.
No, better than that prick Don Goodman.
Oh, that's not very nice, is it? We'll be up there with Roy Keane status.
Right. Well, 3 points tomorrow, lad. 3
points tomorrow, and then smash out the review. We can say we've pretty much got promotion now. Just a draw. One draw is all we'd need. Then now for the last 2 games. Imagine if we bottled it. Oh my god.
Shut up, mate. Shut up. Right, we're gonna win tomorrow.
We're winning. Positive comments. Positive
comments. We're gonna win all the last 3 games. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, that's true. We're going to end up with 93 points.
Damn right.
Winning the championship.
Easy. We're going up as effing champions.
You love it, yeah. Positivity. We're going up as champions. 93 points. See you view tomorrow. Take care for now.
Thank you for watching our video. If you want to look professional and act like it too, just see me and where I got this shirt.
And you can pay him absolutely nothing for some free advice on that to look professional.
I don't know how to get you an iron, but I can get you a shirt. That's the main thing.
It comes creased as well. All creased up just for your liking.
Exactly. We've got to keep it personal, just like our videos. And if you like them, like you like this shirt, don't forget
to... Please, for us, Brad.
Yep.
Oh, that as well. See you in the next one.
See you in the next one. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.